Emma from 48 Collagen Cafe in Bali. We are located in front of the Fins in Birawa and we opened 1st of June. The concept of the cafe is an in and out experience because you drink collagen and then you do the lead mask session, which is boosting the collagen production of your skin. We have latte, smoothie, augmented water, collagen shots, and you can just come with your friend for a wellness moment and skincare. It's actually the first collagen cafe in Bali.
Hi, I'm Sasha, founder of Trilogy Premium Organic Moringa. We are a regenerative brand focusing on growing and crafting the purest and most ethical moringa products. My grandpa made a foundation 40 years ago, reintroducing moringa in villages in Burkina Faso. And so that's how I discovered the miracle benefit of this tree. A newborn would come out of the hospital twice as fast when supplementing with moringa. And I've been living in Bali since 16 years, but when COVID happened, it struck me to see how Bali was relying on tourism. And so I wanted to do a business that could give back and that could diversify the local economy from tourism.
Nice. So for 48 Collagen Cafe, it already exists in Paris. And we went to try the one in Paris with Alban. And then we were like, would it work in Bali actually? Because there is a lot of people who are into like health and sport. So then we started thinking about it being like the new concept. And it's quite unique. Like we were the only one to open as a collagen and wellness cafe.
Yeah. And it's unique that it happens this way. Normally the trend starts in Bali. Maybe I'm wrong, huh? And then big cities take it.
Yeah.
And you guys to bring from one of the big cities in Bali.
We're bringing a French trend in Bali, actually.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So we faced few challenges first concerning the products because it's so hard to find some French products because we had the recipes from Paris and we needed to buy, for example, vanilla extract and couldn't find in Bali. And even in Jakarta, find a way to import collagen. It was so hard. And then the other big part is how to make a business known. Because you know when you open a cafe in Bali, people are just being like, hey, it's just another cafe.
Yeah.
Because in Canggu, there is a lot of cafes. So the main purpose is to make people understand that it's a collagen cafe and not a cafe. And a wellness is like health purpose. People don't really understand and just see that as another place that is opening, that is trendy. So just make people understand the full experience.
And the uniqueness. I can relate to this with, I'm in the supplement and cosmetic industry.
Yeah.
But yet to make people understand that there is a uniqueness to moringa within this industry. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like our location, we're located in front of Fins. So it's not really a place where people walk a lot.
Yeah, true.
So people come from influencers, social media.
Yeah.
The way to go from unknown to viral is so hard because people need to see the cafe everywhere.
Yeah.
And once they see it everywhere, they come. But at the beginning, it was hard to make it known.
Yes. And it's not even guaranteed. You can put a lot of money in marketing.
Yeah.
There's still a part of luck somewhere.
And
like,
it works for a week and then nobody.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to launch it.
For my side, it kind of comes back to what you were saying, but the administrative part and language also was a big one. Although I lived in Bali 16 years, when you live in Canggu, you barely need to learn the language. But it's working in Amed. Our farm is in Data on the foothills of Morgong. Nobody speaks English or very, very little. So I had to learn it on the site. So yeah, language and administrative was a big
you had
challenge.
to learn like work words and work language mostly?
Yeah, mainly for the farm. Because I was bringing in some knowledge of permaculture, of regenerative agriculture. So there's a lot of education to do there. And yeah, for the first 6 months, I was every day on site and had to learn to communicate with my team.
It's very hard.
Having a translator was not an option, and English neither. So.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I could speak Indonesian with our staff.
Yeah.
I feel like you're getting closer to them, and it's very important to keep that relation.
Yeah. Because even in the same language, we have a issue of communication, like
Yeah,
misunderstanding,
yeah, yeah.
etc. So
For work purpose, it's very important.
yes, indeed. My biggest challenge with the brand is consistency. It's also what I've noticed is the most appreciated and what establish your brand as an established brand. It's the consistency throughout the different platform or message that your brand gives. And consistency through design, through tone of voice, through the ethics that you bring in, and so to always try to master, because it's hard to get there, but to always try to get there is what's working for me so far. And also, when you start a business, it's different because you're only with what you would like your target market to be, or what you think it should be, and so on and so on. And there's a point after you started your business where it's the market that tells you who is buying your products. And so to readapt while not losing your authenticity and your key message, but to answer the demand instead of creating the demand. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the same because at the beginning we implemented some things, such as in France, but in the end it's not the same target because here, like people of the cafe in France are living in Paris and being like a routine, and here we have mostly tourists,
Mm-hmm.
so we needed to adapt a lot to that, from like our opening hours to something is in the menu. So it's a lot of marketing and always try to adapt, and learn something new. And I think for 48 Collagen Cafe, the biggest difference is that I'm trying to build a community
Right.
over clients for the cafe, which is I have launched a run club that happens monthly
Wow.
with an entrepreneur club that is only women.
Mm-hmm.
So we gather everyone, and after the run, there is like free lead mass session. And like last session, we have been 25 or 30 to run.
Wow.
I'm
Congrats.
organizing a thrift shop in September, and always events to gather people. I've partnered also with Wrong Gym. We
Yeah.
partner with 7 a.m. And people enjoy being part of 48 Collagen Cafe.
Yeah.
It's not really a trend. It's like a community lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's very important in Bali. I don't think it works like this in other countries.
Yeah.
I feel like someday when I'm just not motivated, I just sit at the cafe and speak with my staff. They are being always so nice. And when you just work on your computer and you see clients enter, being happy and asking more details about your business, you're just like, okay, my work pays off always. And when you ask them, where did you know the cafe? And they're just like, oh, I've seen your communication on Instagram and on
That feels
TikTok,
good.
and I joined this event. You're just like, okay, your work is being seen by people, and that's why people are going to the cafe. So
Yeah.
you're doing well.
To have this validation, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And with
Even
the-
when it's physical, it's even better because
Yeah.
people just smile at you, being like, I love your place. And you're like, thank you.
At the beginning, I was doing every Sunday the La Brisa Sunday Market by myself. I was carrying all the boxes, the display, the presentation. And the first time I had this validation was a customer who comes to the market, said that she was on holiday. She Googled the best quality moringa, found us, compared with other brands,
Oh, really?
so that we were in La Brisa Market and came to that market just to buy our product.
That is
We were not online.
crazy.
And
Yeah.
that was amazing. Yeah, as a feeling.
Yeah, there are small win moments that just give you so much energy for the low moments. I feel like for every entrepreneur, it's like some waves
For
and
sure.
ups and downs, and sometimes the downs are even more down than the ups.
Yeah,
But I feel like it's small signs from every day that just keep you going.
yeah. Because the down moments are very lonely. Even though you
Yeah,
speak
yeah,
with
yeah.
other entrepreneurs,
Yeah,
It's
because
so
it's your own
specific.
business and
Yeah,
your
exactly.
own problems, and
Your
you
vision.
only can know how to solve everything.
yeah. From my side, I think it's the people, of course, our customer, and the effect of our product of Moringa on their health. But it's also that now there's about 54 people dependent on Trilogy, and we have 21 farmers in the factory. There are about 16, I think, or 17 in the office with 12, and so that helps shut the voice in my head on those low days
Yeah.
where I don't have a choice and I just need to wait that the day pass. Sometimes the day is gonna suck until the end, and,
Yeah.
and
I feel
that's
like
okay.
sometimes we really have this imposter syndrome, being like,
Yeah,
I don't do well, or my place is not good.
that's the voice I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah,
And I feel like every entrepreneur has this, and
sure.
the main purpose is how to shut it off.
Yeah, finding your own ways to hack the brain. If you don't know precisely what you want, you can't have someone else define that for you, and so you have to give in the extra work to try to do everything by yourself first, and then you know the pain points, you know what are your specific needs, and then you can go see consultant or outside people to come and support.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the same, like have a clear vision of what you want, what
Yeah.
you don't want, and also have a long-term vision, because a lot of business in Bali open and close 6 months after because they are not profitable.
Yeah.
So just being very determined on what you want, where you go, why you do this, and what's your target. Like,
Yeah.
just need to plan everything from A to Z, and even exceptions.
And yeah, how you get there? Because for me, for example, I had the vision, the goal, and so on and so on, but the path to get there had no clue, and I was really hoping to find the people to help me. For example, a website, e-commerce website. I put the choice of what platform to build it on, full stack or Shopify or another one, on the developer, instead
Yeah.
of making the research myself to understand and to make that decision myself.
But it's also a hard mission to be an entrepreneur, because you need to be like 360 degrees, like
Oh, yeah.
everywhere, and understand everywhere when you ask something to someone.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like, you're not a developer, you're not a sales, you're not a farmer, but you need a vision
have
on
to.
everything.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need to take decisions on things that you don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think another part of like a big error in Bali when you launch your business is just copying others from everything. If you take something that already exists, you should just create another branding, create another concept. Maybe you can inspire and take ideas. But I feel like some places in Bali have exactly the same branding with each other.
Yes. Surfing on the trend.
Yeah. But you need to make a difference.
Yeah, for sure. For me, it was really scary. I was only 24. I knew I was going for 2 to 4 years of development before starting to make money. With a niche product that all the trend shows that it would work and get more attention, but not sure. It's only provision. And so starting to see 1, 5, 10 people and the business growing before even starting to make sales was very scary. And one of the pillars of Trilogy, it's the ethics. So one thing that was extremely important for me was that we do not exploit the privilege of living in Indonesia. So for example, it was to pay our farmers from the very first day 36.9% above the minimum wage. Thinking that it was a good start. But so from the very first day, all this risk, all these responsibilities, and these people counting more and more on you, it was scary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Exciting
a lot.
as well, but
Like 2 to 4 years without money is
yeah,
a lot.
on investment and hiring more people as we needed.
Yeah, I think I don't have the same experience because it's only like a smaller cafe. So from the beginning, we were 2 to manage everything. I was more handling the part of communication and marketing,
Right.
influence shooting, and my friend Pia was handling recruit the staff and managing like all the recipes, ingredients. So we were very complementary. And I feel like it's very important when you launch a business, if you work with someone on the same like stage, to be complementary and to have skills that the other person doesn't have. And
to not
then,
overstep on each other.
yeah,
So
we found some very nice staff. We're very happy with them.
good for you.
And I feel like we have a team on the long term, so that's very nice.
And that's what makes a business ultimately.
Yeah, I mean, they are happy and we're happy with them, so it made just the business
Yeah.
like, on long term.
It was a big surprise for me. I really thought the product by itself would be enough. And I now understand that no matter the industry, it's really humans that makes a business.
Yeah,
Your drinks are delicious, by the way.
thank you.
But I'm sure that even with delicious drink and a great marketing and the place is
Yeah,
amazing,
it goes over that.
if the team is
Yeah.
not smiling, not comfortable, not nice, then you don't have repeating
Because it's
customers.
a physical place, so if people feel good when they come, they will just buy more.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah, but for Trilogy, it's not physical. We're mainly on e-commerce, but the customer service is extremely important.
Yeah.
Our main market are women that are 50 plus, that are extremely reliant on human connection and explanation about the products. And so without this customer service, without a good quality customer service, it wouldn't work as good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can imagine. I would just tell this person, never give up and don't listen to advice of people who doesn't have what you want.
For me, would be to start. You although it doesn't seem like it, and you always have the last second pressure, just to start somewhere, and you have way more time to correct the errors than you think. So to start, and from there to continue and to never give up.
Yeah, and I feel like people should prioritize. Don't put time on marketing, don't put time on communication. Like, go straight in your business and don't lose time with people, don't lose time with tasks that doesn't bring anything.
Yeah.
Just focus on what makes you earn money and start. Don't lose time.
Yeah.
So right now we are working on many collaboration. We launched a collaboration with 7am and we have created a whole drink for them. And they are selling it in Humalas, Ubud, and Pererenan.
Wow.
We're also starting a collaboration with Kamali Spa. And people will get like their collagen drinks after their lymphatic drainage,
Wow.
which is very good. We're also thinking about new locations for now, but I can't tell more for sure.
Exciting. I would like to open early next year our first cafe shop at our actual office in Bumbak. That would be a great place to try moringa through different angles. We're already making R&D. I've tried moringa ice cream, which was delicious.
Nice.
Moringa latte, which is very
We
good.
also
Power
want to
balls.
launch the collagen ice cream at the cafe.
That's going to be super successful for sure.
I swear.
And so yeah, the idea is to grow within each world capital, to have a concept cafe shop, and then to sell mainly through online, but
I
to
think it's
have
a
a
unique
physical
concept,
place.
like a moringa cafe.
Yeah, Moringa Cafe definitely, but it's very similar to what Sensacia is doing. They have their physical store. They sell also online, but to try the supplements, the moringa. Yeah.
So nice. We'd love to try.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
should.
like we could try to work on a collaboration.
It's filmed down.
Okay, noted. No, I feel like our business are related because it's like wellness and health, and we have a long-term vision on the future.
Yeah.
And also we're working a lot on the ethic parts.
Yeah.
We don't use any plastic for delivery. We use only ingredients from around. Like, we're going to the market every day and we try not to import anything. So it's very related to your vision also of your
Yes.
brand.
And I would love to. It's around health in a modern way, which
Yeah.
I love. Just to show it's from far related, but the capsules up to 4 months ago was illegal in Indonesia.
Oh,
You were not
really?
allowed to put pure powder of moringa in capsule form,
Wow.
which didn't make sense on a scientific level, on a health level. And so we had, in order to make it more modern than just the powder where you have to make a drink, we had to advocate with BPOM to change the national regulation. And so today
Wow.
we're the first and the only Moringa brand selling pure powder into capsule form.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and which is the best seller. So modern in a way, it's more efficient, but capsules are more modern than the
Yeah.
powder.
Could definitely work a collab at the
Yeah.
cafe.
Great. One of Moringa's nickname is the Queen of the Greens. So it could be something, the Queen of the Greens or whatever, collagen and the Queen of the Greens.
Queen of the Green Latte could work.
Yeah.
So I feel like launching a brand or a cafe in Bali is so different from other countries because once again people need to know about your brand because it's mostly tourists.
Mm.
So I feel like here it works a lot about collaboration, influence, and the more people see your place and your product everywhere, the more people will come. You also need to create a good community because people want to be part of it. They want to have a special lifestyle, special things to show on social media.
Yeah.
So we use the strategy at the cafe to invite a lot of influencers to make the cafe being everywhere. So if you like type cafe on TikTok, the collagen cafe comes up.
Just by typing cafe.
Yeah, sometimes
Wow.
are just like collagen and it comes up. And on Instagram, people are always like, oh, I've seen it in stories. Oh, I've
Yeah.
seen it on TikTok. And on this influencer. So it was our main strategy and working a lot about storytelling and explaining the purpose of the cafe because it's not a normal cafe.
For sure, it works if you're talking to the right audience, which you were.
Yeah.
My mistake was to apply this strategy without knowing who was my audience, and only by fantasizing of who I wanted it to be.
Okay.
In order to make it more viral and famous on social media.
So who did you target at first?
It was the 20, 30s influence community in Bali.
So they don't have the same budget, they don't have the same needs in the end.
Yeah, and they don't have the same perception of the product. And
Yeah.
and I've discovered only after 9 months that my real market was not in Bali, it was in Jakarta. It was not expat or tourism, but it was Indonesian. And so that had
That's so interesting.
a completely shift. And
Yeah.
I feel like as expats, we have the assumption that that whatever business you start in Bali has to be around
Influence,
tourism,
yeah.
influence, expat. But Indonesia is so much bigger with a huge potential that is getting close to any
I feel the same.
Western country in market cap and so on.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, my biggest mistake was to have the close-mindedness of an expat living in Bali.
I didn't feel like I would have so much Indonesian clients.
Right.
But in the past week, we had so many Indonesian girls coming. I feel like maybe an influencer came and did something because I received a lot of messages and I didn't expect that. And that's so good because
Yeah.
in the end, it's a completely different target.
Yeah. Sure. But I think the assumption is from that expats, just because they're in Bali, means that they have a certain power of buying.
Yeah.
Because
But
they
in
had
the
to
end, no.
travel, because they
Yeah.
had to get the kitas, the visa, and so on and so on. Whereas it's more confusing. But the middle upper class of Indonesia is one of the ones that are growing the fastest, and how it
Moringa.
affects your body, how it interacts with your body. And Moringa in Bali, in Indonesia, it's very interesting because it's part of the culture. Most of Indonesian that I ask, they consume Moringa when they were
Oh, really?
kids. The grandparents, the older generation, knows why they were consuming it. But the new generation forgot the why. They just remember that they did. The young mothers know about it even today because it's one of the only natural solution to boost the milk supply.
Okay.
So it helps a lot of mothers struggling with
How much
with
grams
milking.
should we consume every day, or how does it work?
It depends on the quality. With
Okay.
us, it's only 1.5, which is half a teaspoon.
Okay.
Or 3 capsules. And that's because we remove one by one all the stems from the leaf. So we have a more concentrated nutrient in the powder or in the capsule.
Do you take daily?
Yes, yeah, the capsule.
That's
I
good.
really don't have time in the morning.
Yeah.
So the capsule that launched about 5 months ago, I take every day since. Yeah. And the oil, since I'm 13, not hours, but the oil is incredible. It's non-comedogenic, so it's not going to clog the pore of your skin. It's full of fatty acid and oleic acid. It has antibacterial property. It hydrates very deeply. Antifungi properties too. So it's very an
So
incredible
nice.
oil. Yeah.